Rowdy Ross with another Auction Fresh video. On today's episode, we're going to take a look at the 2016 Land Rover LR4. Just picked it up from the auction there. Auction Fresh. Gonna go through it, see what she needs, get it ready for retail, put it out there. Pretty clean little vehicle. This is a nice little small SUV, in my opinion. I'm gonna have to get my wheel guy to touch up that wheel and that wheel. Look, got some curb damage there. But other than that, no big dents or dings. Paint's gonna clean up pretty good, get it detailed. Let's take a look at the inside. Inside is what really caught me. You got a sunroof there, another sunroof there. So if you like the sunroof, this is a good model to get. Also, you've got plenty of buttons and gadgets in here. Some more buttons and gadgets there for you guys. And that is how you shift it. So basically, when it's in park, the knob goes down in this little cubby there. And I've got to clean this out here. So it's not really ready for retail show, but again, this is why I call it Auction Fresh. This is how I pick it up at the auction. Seats in really good shape there. And these door panels have that nice little gloss finish. Nice little machine finish on the handles there. Door handles there. Also, let's take a look at this dropper again. Nice little machine finish there. Got your window buttons here, up here. Also your mirrors adjustments there. This one does have paddle shifts, so that's kind of cool that it's red. This has got a nice gloss finish, very nice gloss finish on that. That's how you got your adjust the sunroof right there. And I got my junk in the back here. Nice leather seats there. There's some aluminums there for a Dirty Max and a Silverado. Some other stuff I've got working on. These are factory mats. These mats are pretty cool. Pretty nice. Sturdy little mats. So pretty clean little carpet. Inside should clean up pretty quickly. It does have the rear AC controls, heating and AC controls, and it has the vents in the back for your rear passengers. Let's see here on the button here. Let's test this out. Let's see if this works. If it's going to be, oh, it does work. So that works. So it does not have a power option, but you saw as I click the button, that does work. And that folds down. So you got plenty of storage here. And this seat comes up. And you have some additional seating there, so that's an additional seat, so that folds down, which is pretty cool. Let's push this back down. So it's got plenty of room, cargo room, and you also got additional seating that probably sits two in the rear. You got some storage compartments there, storage compartment there. So your storage, got rear cup holders back there, and you also have some rear vents there, rear vent there. And let's see what else I see back here. You've got an audio there, power source. We got some more storage right here with the jack. And you got speakers in the rear on both sides. This doesn't have any storage in it, which is kind of surprising. I was expecting there to be a storage compartment in here. So that's wasted space there. But that's kind of cool. That hides that. Those latches camera. So there's your camera there. LED. Gas is on the passenger side. This is the passenger side view here. I really like those finishes on the door panels. Very nice, very nice, very nice. And each door handle has this button here, right there. And again, it has it right there. And this right here, you got the speaker here. The sound for your sound system. I really like this finish. It really looks really good. Passenger seat. You got your adjustments there. You also got your adjustments here for your armrest. If you like the armrest, it's got double, I guess, glove compartments. This one does have the factory owner's manual. So that's a good plus for those that like to have documentation. Nice leather dash. Let's take a look at the engine bay. Oh wow, very nice. Very nice and neat engine bay. Has a nice cover to cover everything up. That fluid looks good. Very clean engine bay. I don't see any oil leaks or power steering leaks at this time. Takes that Castrol 020, what's recommended. And this unit has 82,000 miles on it, so she's held up pretty good. So this should make somebody a very nice car here in the future. Let's take this thing for a ride. As I get ready to take this thing for a ride, we've got it there. I lift up this console here, and it's got something pretty cool. I don't know, I'm thinking that might be a cooler of some sort, or definitely storage, but the inner lining of this is plastic, so it almost reminds me of like a cooler type material inside of a cooler, so that's kind of cool. You got another tray there, and it closes like that. And this is a push button start. So as I hit the push button start, let's see if this controls raise up. And look at that, it pops right up. That's pretty cool. As I drive this Land Rover, I see why these things have a following. This is a very nice compact SUV. So for somebody that's wanting an SUV but does not want to deal with the size of a Suburban or a Tahoe, this will be a good fit for you. Also, another reason why I see why these have a nice following is it's pretty much it's a luxury SUV. The leather on the dash, the leather seats, you've got the heated seats, you've got your controls there for your garage. You got a nice little luxury amenities here. You got all your buttons here on the steering wheel. I really like this finish on the steering wheel. And you also have your ride settings for if you like to go off-roading or camping. Another thing that surprised me was the fact that this thing has 340 horsepower out of a V6 and about 332 pounds of torque, give or take, which is a very well-balanced engine. I'm doing about, you can see I'm doing about 70 here, and it doesn't feel like I'm doing 70 at all. So it's very unassuming on speed. Oh, look at that. Old C10. I like old classic trucks. They're bringing big money right now. I have a few in my stable, but I have yet to get them ready for sale. But back to the Land Rover. 340 horsepower, 332 foot-pounds of torque. Very unassuming, but it's there. So I give it some gas. She's got some pickup, so you're able to get in and out of traffic on this deal with no problems. As far as gas mileage is concerned, it's going to be in the upper teens as far as fuel mileage economy. But that's not really why you would buy a vehicle like this or an SUV and then be worried about fuel mileage either. But for the size of the vehicle, fuel mileage is very comparable for the size of the vehicle, weight of the vehicle, and as far as the power. 340 horsepower out of a V6 and SUV that moves it pretty well. It's pretty impressive to me. Another deal is the room in here is unassuming. That reminds me of the Mini Cooper, where when you get in it, you're like, wow, where did all this space come from? So with that being said, really surprised me with that. That car that was in the median, I believe, is an unmarked sheriff car, so I'm seeing what he's getting ready to do. Alright, look like he's going to stay put. I am doing the speed limit, so I should be fine, but tinted windows and dealer tag, I always kind of have to be prepared. But anywho, the sound system in here sounds like it's got a aftermarket sound system, but it's factory, so I'm very happy with that. I'm very happy with how this thing rides and drives. I don't see any problems with this going through, getting this thing inspected. We put several miles on here, no lights on, no lights going off, nothing smoking or ticking. But with 82,000 miles, that's one of the reasons why I've changed my the vehicles that I'm buying this year, trying something new, is I'm thinking less miles. Yeah, you're going to spend a little bit more for them at the auction, but it should be less headache and less money that you have to put into the vehicle versus you get something dirt cheap and have to put a lot of money into it to get it where it runs right. So it's been working out for me so far this year, so I'm very happy with that decision. And I'm also very happy with the decision that made to purchase this SUV. I see this SUV making someone very happy for many years to come. As far as maintenance goes on these, it is a Land Rover, so when things do break, if you keep driving it and not addressing those issues, you will have a big maintenance bill, more than likely. For those of you who have had experience with the Land Rover, good or bad, please let me know in the comments. I'd really like to hear about you, because as I drive this one, the more I drive it, the more I really like it, and the more I kind of want to start buying a few more of them. But with me trying something new, I'm also going to go under a learning curve, and I'm sure there's mechanical issues and known problems with certain models. So if you guys have any Land Rovers or have had one, let me know what you think about it. Let me know how your experience was. What's some of the things that we need to, or I would need to be aware of before making the purchase, other than just the basics? You know, certain models have head gasket problems. Certain models have lifter pour problems or lifter noises or anything like that. But this thing rides so smooth. You know, sometimes when I'm sitting at a light, I can't even tell that the daggone thing is running. I mean, it's just so smooth. I mean, this thing just drives straight. Tires on it are good, so we're going to get those wheels addressed, get this thing ready for sale, let somebody else enjoy it. So on the rating system, I go from 0 to 10. With me not having any other luxury SUVs that we've tested yet or that we've driven yet, and I'm not going to take this one off-roading because I want to keep it clean, and this is, you know, we're going to sell this vehicle, so I'll let that person do what they want to do with it. But 0 to 10 on your rating scale as far as how this one would rate, I'm going to give this one a solid 8. Solid 8. And I want to make sure I give it an 8 because I want to make sure the next one I've got something to base it off of. So after driving something else, this one might actually be a 9 or 10. But, you know, yep, I gave it a score already, so I'm going to stick to it. I'm going to stick to a solid 8. Good solid 8. Possible 9. But we're going to stick with the solid 8. No, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to change it. I'm going to go to a solid 9. Solid 9, because don't see too much wrong with it. The paint's good, the body's good, interior's good, drives great. You got all your amenities, your Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, all that syncs up good. So I'm going to give it a solid 9. So that concludes on this episode of Riding with Rowdy. Thank you guys for riding with me. Rowdy Ross, riding out.